Evening all, welcome back to Factorio. So today we have, well, we're back at Nauvis. We're in Nauvis orbit. Strangely Beige is looking rather good. It's just a great ship. I can't wait to really play about with this one. So let me see if I can do something. So if I go, let's see, my ship book. Let's just remove that thing. Say blueprint. Will I be able... Yes, I could. So I could. I could even double this up. I'm tempted to do this. I'm tempted just to make it a ludicrous speed ship, like just something ridiculous. I'd quite like the idea of it. We're gonna look at doing that, but maybe not right now. So, what did we learn from our little foray into the shattered planet run? It's 4 million kilometers. It's pretty crazy, if I'm honest. It was pretty hard, but we did well. So we managed to, oh gosh, it literally, look at that, it's still filtering through. This is pretty good. How much did we get? 3.6. Not great, but we'll take it. We'll have it. We need to start looking at getting our Prometheum science pack running. I don't really know actually a lot of what this does. I know you can only make it in space. Yeah, crafted on platform. And we've got quantum processors, I think. So I think, you know, we could build this. Probably want a better setup to do this, but I'm not going to worry about that too much, because I thought I would show you as I zip around in my Bugatti Veyron. So we have 2 of these little buggers now. So let's just do a little foot race. One is fast, the other is faster. Look at that. It's pretty funny, right? These things are just mental. So this one has, I believe, 900% speed. Yep. And this one has, I think, 600. So even that sort of 300% difference, it makes quite a bit of difference. As you can see, it's pretty quick. There's no better way to get around. This is for the, you know, the busy Factorio executive on their days off, needs to basically move around quickly, doesn't want to waste time commuting. So you want to be basically shifting quickly. Anyway, I digress. We have changed the base significantly from probably the last time you saw this. You may remember this part here was a manufactorum. Well, no longer. We have moved away from producing anything that isn't legendary. It sounds very elitist, doesn't it? I only fly first class. It's just like completely douchey. But we've gone just solely now to effectively a legendary only policy. Legendary first, if you like. So what this is doing is we have our 3 ships. You remember Spick and Span and Span and Spick. They're basically just in space picking up legendary iron. Okay. We now have 2 ships. The Chimney Sweep. Okay, so that's collecting carbon or soot, as I like to think of it. And the HMS Dick Van Dyke, because, you know, he's a chimney sweep and he's awesome. They're obviously just sat above Nauvis waiting for there to be space, because down on Nauvis, what we have effectively done, if I just move around in my little swoot, we have legendary coal, legendary plastic. It's all backed up because it's completely full. We haven't got completely yet. I think we're 270% productivity on these. I think I'm told that once it hits 300, it's plastic neutral, which is great. Legendary LDSs, basically then chonked into bits, it produces legendary plastic, iron and copper. The copper we're putting through a bit of a system, but we'll come back to that. So we're producing wire. Again, legendary in front of everything. I can't be bothered to say the bloody word anymore. But so we have then green circuits, legendary. We have red circuits, again, the L word, and then blue. And as you can see, it's all kind of then just in a bit of spaghetti. But it, again, you're not, once you've built everything, these things stop. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Where did that come from? What the name of Pete Belgium did I just see then? Where did that come from? Are we producing... Are there biter eggs here? Oh my days, as I would say in my gang in London. That confuses me that that happened. Post in the comments. Point to me. Where did that biter come from? He didn't even do anything. It wasn't an alert. What is going on? Have I broken biters? Now there's biters up here, but there's defences, isn't there? There's defences over here as well, but the biters are quite a bit out of hand. But oh man, I don't know. How many biter eggs have we got? Oh, 4. Okay, I'm confused. I'm really confused. I don't know how that happened. So please, I'm gonna watch the comments like a hawk. Please tell me where you think that biter came from because it makes no sense. Was it here somewhere? Do biters wander aimlessly and not attack things? Is that a thing? Are they evolving? Oh my gosh, my voice has gone all high and screechy. Oh, hang on. Here. Yeah, see. I don't need your comments. I figured it out because I have brain of man. There we go. So that's probably where it came from. Probably should put a turret there, shouldn't I? Let's see. What do we have? I quite like the Tesla turrets. I have to add the turret there because at the moment, not a lot of fans for Teslas, which is a shame because they probably look quite nice cars, but all the ideology of the company, yeah, screw that. So there we go. So that probably solves that one. But anyway, so it's producing chips, legendary chips. We're then producing all the sort of metal things. So again, that iron we pull from space is then sort of processed into plates, processed into wheels, and so on. So it's all pretty straightforward. We're using bots just to do the final bits here. So most of it's by belt, but we have a few bits here and there. Engines, legendary, and electric, same. Flying frames, so again, nice and simple. Doing this in legendary factories of beacons and legendary everything. It's amazing how quick they are. So even just little simple basic designs like this, wow, it produces quick. We have then our modules. Again, one electromagnetic factory is enough. It produces pretty rapidly. I think we're already kind of running out. I think, biter eggs remain a bit of a thing here. Oh, that's interesting. Why have we not got... let's see. That would be why. Goodness, I'm stupid. There we go. So a whole production arm has sat like that for about 10 hours. That just shows how stupid I am. Oh, literally, it's been like that for 10 hours. No wonder it's been producing so slowly. My goodness. Anyway. So there we go. So this is pretty much, and then all of the copper is just being destroyed because you produce so much of it you don't need it. Okay, yes, I know this is overkill, but look, it looks pretty cool, right? Quite like that. Then what we've done up in our base, and the bot sort of army and swarm was annoying. That's why I did this, because I was getting really tired of it. Is we've just built a new sort of production center here, and we've wired it in this time so that basically all you have to do, and I'll just show you, is if I just select, I don't know, where can I build this? See, it's all a bit squished again, but let's just build something there. Oh no, that's not in line, it's triggering me. There we go. Boom. So all you have to do here is basically select what you want to be built, and I'm just gonna what shall I build? Let's just do a component because of simplicity. So if we just say that, and then it automatically sets the request. So I know it's simple, but what it then does is it also then will read to say once we have hit 50 of this, show the green light. So the reason we've done that is because we want that green light. Because this tells me that we're pretty much full. Our mall is complete. So things like, I've obviously taken the barrier off this because we want lots of these things because these are awesome. Again, look at the operating time of them. 1 minute 8 seconds. It can fly 1.7k. It's pretty good. So these things really blow my mind. Legendary is definitely worth it. If you're not doing it, just do what I've done, which is you build this kind of spaceship collection asteroid thingamajig. You don't even need a huge amount of material to do this. It is very end game though, because you obviously do need good modules to get the most out of it. But what it's effectively doing is just giving you the building blocks of the end game legendary stuff. So definitely worth it, because it just makes life so much easier to have legendary stuff now. And then here we do have some of our old things, but again, we're not really making them anymore, and we're not going to use them. So I think this is more just for show, really. A few gaps. So here we have things like our stack splitters or inserters. I haven't got around to doing that on Glebe yet. We've only got a few legendary, in fact only a few Spidertrons. Don't ask me why, it just doesn't produce them. Let's have a look. Spidertron, there we go. So yeah, it's because our rocket turrets are limited. I've just realised. So if I go over here, you can see we don't have any rocket turrets. It's because for rocket turrets, if I go to Glibar, we're trying to get legendary carbon fiber, but it's not going terribly well at the moment. So if I look at it, we have none. So again, it's a bit of a bit of a pain. We've got a few there. So again, I think we're trying. We're getting there, but you know, it's slow, and it's because of things like jelly. I need to do a bit of work to get that. But overall, this has stopped the bot swarm. So funny enough, the game was slowing down, which is incredible. With the amount of bots in the air, it really was struggling. Not really. It was starting to struggle would be a fairer statement. But what it means is we're now in a position where you know, this pretty much means we only need to build with legendary, which is very nice. And that takes us to what the next challenge is going to be, Fulgora. Fulgora, as you can see, I've started naming the islands because they kind of look like a wonky donkey, doesn't it? That looks like Gran Canaria. I thought that looked like the Ukraine. I thought that was quite interesting, wasn't it? Put Lviv and Kiev in, or Kyiv rather. Box cutter isle looks like a Stanley knife. So, you know, if you see any, name them and I'll put them in. Scrapberg I quite like because look at all the scrap basically on these things. So Fulgora is the next project, and I think this is where we start to think about what is our design mission for this one. We'll come back to it. I think the next video you'll probably see will be me trying to figure out what is the design impetus. I've gone with something to begin with that I don't like, and I'm going to probably scrap all this. I started it, I produced it, and I hated it. And I think that's a really good indication. If you don't have a passion for what you're building, don't build it. Start again, build something else. We've got the state of Texas here. This literally looks like Texas to me, that does. I'm probably wrong, but so maybe, and here's a thought, you know, post in the comments if you think this is a good idea. Keeping each island separate and putting the industry of every single thing on Fulgora on every single island. So there's a rocket silo on each island. I like that. I think that could be quite cool. So here, for example, imagine trying to squeeze something on there. It could just be making green circuits, but then with a train system that connects the islands, maybe I think that could be quite fun. I think that has potential, because if you look at this, I mean, this is the whole base is basically here. And it works. And now we have things like power poles. We can actually cover that. We can have a shared grid at least. Maybe that's the way to go. But we'll see. So Fulgora remains a bit of an enigma for me. I want it to be better than it is, but I am struggling a bit with Fulgora. So this is why I went and basically did this, because I just thought, well, you know, Shattered Planet is still one of the things to get to. How challenging is that going to be? Well, you know, the answer is not that challenging, actually. The further you get to it is a problem. So you may have called in the last video, I was sort of like, everything's fine. It really wasn't. What we actually found was that because of all the lasers, these things basically shooting at Promethean rocks, the more dense the Promethean rocks got, all of a sudden, my entire battery tanked. And if I just go back in time, you can see problem. A huge flipping problem. So this is where I think we've there you go, that little blip there is basically where all of a sudden in the middle, well, 30,000 kilometers into the Shattered Planet run, we basically ran out of power and then everything stopped. So I had to just do a hard stop and then basically leg it back slowly. Basically going around and switching off all the turrets. And I think we're going to just remove all of them, because you're just better off having these things, the gun turrets. I think lasers make sense, but when you're producing ammo in such a huge quantity, why would you not just fill it with ammo? There we go. So it's pretty good. I think, I mean, my kind of ultimate goal here is to really kind of make something that's just like a flying Star Destroyer wedge. And I think this could be it. We could even, I mean, just imagine this. You have if I go to my blueprints, let me just show you what I mean. So we could have like this, like one there. Oh my gosh, we could do so much here. But I also like just filling in the sides. I think that could be something quite funny as well. But for now, you don't need speed. I think the speed is just a nice to have. Honestly, it's so quick to get to any of these places now. I don't think you need mega speed. But, you know, I think this works. I quite like it. I think I want to maybe expand it a little bit just to have better sort of science production. But ultimately, I want the science ship. That's my goal here, is to have effectively this thing just going from planet to planet, picking up science packs and then doing all of the research on the platform. The only problem with that is these things don't work in space, these, whatever they are, the biolabs. And I think they have a massive benefit. I mean, what is it? I can't remember what it was. Let's have a quick look. So, yeah, research speed 2+5. So legendary ones will be really good. We have actually got legendary. If I just go there, will that show me legendary? I can't, I'm not sure. So, does that show me? There we go. So research speed 8.75, 250. So, you know, that might be the best we can do, is just running one of these. But, don't know. I quite like the idea of you know, leaving this. We'll leave all this in place, but I just think having a science ship, which will be the Strangely Beige, just going planet to planet, picking up armfuls of science, and basically doing it on the platform, and then going into Prometheum rock space to pick up more. You know, I like it. I think when it, you know, a condition, an interval could be that we build to say, if I just go here, we have then an interrupt that just says, if you run out of Prometheum, or if you run low, then head to Shatter Planet, go this amount of time, then come back. I mean, that would be cool, and I think the automation behind this could be, well, definitely worth having a bit of fun with. But there we go. So I hope you enjoyed that. I mean, post in the comments, tell me what you think. This is very much a prototype. I think we do want to put something here. I think the reactor might go here, actually, but then it would have to be manually fed. Currently, this thing might be okay, but it might be better just to have a giant reactor here with a huge amount of turrets and whatever, and then just manually feed it, or we could just have a conveyor running all the way down. Don't know. You tell me what you think would look good there, and we will entertain it. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that. We'll see you next time.